All right, D. Shap morning for Thirsty Thursday. And of course, this is airing a day after Eric's court date, who's an inmate at the ACI. Of course, he comes on my show periodically through the week, every week. And welcome, Eric. How you doing?
Good morning. Good morning. How's everybody doing out there this lovely Thursday morning?
Yes, and of course, we're recording this a day before your actual court date, but of course, being a Thursday, hopefully it went well. Hopefully we can report on Friday's show or next week's show what's going on. Because actually, I might be taping Friday's show today, this afternoon. I don't know yet, but anyway. So, and this is the most you've been on my show in 1 week. You've been averaging 2 times a week. This is the first time you did 3 times a week so far. Maybe when I see you at the courthouse, it'll be 4 times this week. You know, so this is great.
Yes, it is. Well, I'm honored. I'm honored. You know, I'm very humbled by the chance to be on the show and let those out there hear my voice and sharing my experiences in our criminal justice system and our prison system here in Rhode Island. So I'm very humbled by the experience. I appreciate the opportunity, and I appreciate all the listeners and your fans out there that allow me to come on your platform and hear my voice, listen to the things that I witness and I experience. So
sure,
I appreciate that. Hopefully tomorrow everything go good. I spent about 2 hours yesterday in a meeting with my attorney last night. So everything looks up and up. Tomorrow what we're gonna do is most likely we're gonna put everything. We're gonna we're gonna have a number of discussions tomorrow on the record. I'm gonna speak. The judge is gonna allow me to my attorney and the judge. We're gonna have some dialogue about some things. Some things are gonna get straightened out as to what we're looking to do, what aspect, and what trying to find out where the judge, what the feeling of the judge is, how much time he's willing to reduce off my sentence, and
right.
I was telling my attorney last night about the statistics of how Rhode Island had the 3rd highest probation rate in the nation,
Yep.
and how it's affected by that. And so hopefully we'll see where he's going. And but before this will just be one court date out of maybe a couple. So hopefully we could document everything. You could put it up there for your viewers to go on to a page, and they can see everything. They'll be able to at the very least hear the recording of the proceedings and everything like that. Give people a first-hand account of what's transpiring in the courtrooms in Rhode Island, because we usually don't see that type of recording or being allowed into the courtroom to hear the different, to hear what's going on and what's going on with defendants and what's going on with the judge, the prosecution. So, you see court TV, but I really don't see them doing cases here in Rhode Island and stuff like that.
Well,
this gives
the only court show you've seen over the years was Judge Caprio, for his court date. And as a matter of fact, we came on the same public access channel. Like his show came out to my cable show, So, and I wanted to interview Judge Caprio. Still, Judge, if you listen to this, I want to interview you sometime. But anyway, but he's retiring anyway too. But like. You see other like the Murdoch trial. Did you see the Murdoch trials? It's been on Fox News and CNN. The Murdoch trials happening, and then of course the big infamous. I don't think nothing could top the O.J. Simpson trial many years ago. That was infamous back in the day. I mean,
I remember that trial.
It was so infamous. After I watched the O.J. trial, I needed to get a glass of milk. Get an OJ and milk.
So that I think OJ trial was one of the first cases that actually brought you into the courtroom and actually you witnessed one of the first cases that, and you remember that was a 9-month trial. That wasn't I sat back and I thought I was looking at the history. I was young at the time. I was probably like 10, 11 years old, or 12 years old around that time when the trial was transpiring. But I remember it. My sisters, my mom, they all used to watch it every day and follow it. And it was a 9-month trial, and I couldn't. When I sit back and I was like, wow, that thing was 9 months long, and that was it was a very long trial, it was an extensive period of time, and in the day and time and the age of technology, I think people should have more of a view of what's going on in their local courtrooms and stuff like that. So I have a friend of mine who proposed a Rhode Island bill. It's called Rhode Island House Bill. It was proposed by one of my attorneys, a guy that I used to represent me, Jason Knight. He's a representative here in Rhode Island out of the Barrington district. And with a friend of mine in here, they proposed a bill for cameras in the courtroom. It's called House Bill 5857. And it hasn't got voted on yet, and it didn't go nowhere so far on the floor. It hasn't been proposed yet, but it's been written, and they're looking to bring cameras in the courtroom here in Rhode Island to bring some transparency into the criminal justice system here, especially in this state. So that way, people like you, me, people out there like your viewers that are sitting at home could just go right on the computer, log in, and they could see a video recording of their loved ones. Grandma might not be able to make the court date. She might have a grandson that's in court, or you want to just check up. Even if you're a victim of a crime and you want to see what happened with the guy, the person that committed the crime against you, you might not be able to make the court date. Even if it's just a regular conference, you'll be able to log in and see these things and see what's going on. And everybody can follow a trial together.
Right.
So hopefully that bill gets it gets some more support and it goes up and it gets a full vote, because that would be a great thing.
I think I know how technology, because I had to go to court for going through a school zone one time a few years ago, and just hearing the process now of people could just go to court now, and they don't have to be present in court today because of the Zoom things, because of the pandemic. You know what I'm saying? So, so just so many things has changed with technology and court and this thing and that thing. I mean, if someone's sick, you don't have no more excuse to miss court anymore. You could just Zoom. You know what I'm saying? You could just, right from your own house. People could just go to court today and get it and do that way too. You know what I'm saying? It's just the whole dynamic has changed. You know what I'm saying? With everything,
Yeah. Well, technology has made that. Technology nowadays has made that ability to be easier, and I think it's better for me. Overall, I think it's better to go in person. I'd rather go into court in person. Like, I don't like the video experience because it's not like you're not really seeing eye to eye with the judge. You're not really you're not seeing through a video. They can hear you. You're echoing through the courtroom. It's a weird experience. I've done it a couple of times in here for minor things, like I've been brought up on motions for certain things, and the prosecutor's present in the courtroom with the judge. You're not really there to really, I don't know. It's just a different type of experience. I'd rather be in the courtroom to be able to advocate on my own behalf if things are not going the way, if there needs to be a better understanding of the proceedings or anything like that. I just think it's better to be there and be in person, and the judge can feel your sincerity, when you're there and you're in person and he's looking at you, vice versa. So I think it's a great experience. But for those that are not part of the proceedings, for them to be able to log in or watch it on TV or see it from the brings you right into the courtroom from an outside perspective is good. It's a good experience, I think.
It is.
That's why I like court TV.
Yes, court TV. Maybe with our segments and the court things, who knows? Someone might pick us up this way. It's like, I want to get more syndication eventually. For Shap in the morning, but you never know. This could be a new angle. Or court TV could pick us up. You never know.
Yeah. You know what's crazy? The guy that the friend of mine that pitched the actual idea to the representative, Jason Knight, to propose this bill, he actually was thinking about a situation where you get a whole bunch of law students, a whole bunch of people looking in, following a case and, giving their input into it. And, they might say, all right, it was forensics or something that wasn't right with the case. You might have a forensic pathologist watching the case and say, you know what, I did a study on this case. Or you have a multiple a plethora of other different forensic pathologists across the world looking at the case and saying, hold on, I did a study on this. Maybe I could give my input or lend my input. It kind of also, it's like a crowdsourcing type of, it could become a crowdsourcing type of, way to interact with the court, and they could come in as defense witnesses or as expert witnesses for the defense or the state prosecution. It could go both ways. So that was the idea, and the way he was going. I thought it was genius if you think about it, because if you got an innocent guy that's on trial for something, and the state puts on evidence they put on their own state medical examiner, and there's other opinions out there. You have an expert in something for 40 or 50 years and has seen different experience. He can reach out to that guy's attorney and say, hey, listen, I will lend my expertise to the defense, or the prosecution, vice versa. I'll lend my expertise to the prosecution on this. So it could be a good thing. And I think that's a genius idea. That's why we need transparency in our justice system, because it keeps everybody honest. Transparency keeps everybody honest.
Sure.
And I like transparency, and the taxpayers get to see what's going on in their what they're paying for, what they're paying these judges to do, what they're paying the state to do. This is all this is the taxpayers. The courthouse belongs to the people. The judges, the prosecution, all of these people are public servants. They serve the public. So I think the public will want to see where their tax dollars are going. Does that make sense?
Yes. No question. In the court, because you've been on my show a long time. I mean, now for 2 months now, I think now, because it's March now, and you've been on my show since January. Would the judge ask me to speak on your behalf?
Well, yeah, he might ask for not this hearing, but the next hearing, because then I can ask for people to, before he makes a determination as to what type of sentence how much is he willing to reduce my sentence, because I want him to, I want to submit studies to him. At the time I was only 19 years old when I was put on for the crime I was put on probation for. They say that the human brain wasn't fully developed till you're 25.
You know what, Eric? It was funny you saying that, because I always kid my children. I say, your brain's still developing because of my babies. But then I was doing it. I just looked it up because I look up weird stuff. I was my parents and I and my kids eat dinner together. So they're over my apartment, and I look it up. I says, your brain doesn't stop developing until 25. My daughter's 22. I says, whoa. I says, I'm really on point here, because my babies and really, I think my brain's still developing too, and I'm 45. Now that's a different story.
Well, no, it's so all of these things, and I will ask if he, I will ask that in the next hearing. We could get some expert, we could get some expert witnesses.
We have 1 minute
Not
left.
expert witnesses, but other character witnesses and people to come up and testify to hear from the court letters that were submitted. We could write letters. So there's all different types of ways that we could do to try to get him to, to give a different outlook onto where I was to where I'm going.
Sure.
He's already seen it. Like I told you, remember, he's seen it, and he says he sees that I took the step to rehabilitate. He's appreciative of that. That's why he is inclined to reduce my sentence.
Sure.
So hopefully we can give him. And now it depends on how much is he willing to do. So that's what we're working on now, to see where he's willing to go and how much is he willing to go. Now, so that would be good.
Well, thank you.
I really appreciate your viewers out there, listeners out there listening to me, and I appreciate everything that you have done, helping me put my voice out there and giving me a platform to share.
No problem.
I hope everybody have a blessed Thursday. Take it easy.
Thank you for using Security.
All right, there you have it. And we'll have more entertainment news next here. D. Shap in the morning for this fine Thirsty Thursday.